Blog Talk Radio.
Daily routine, but y'all knew that. Step up in the building asking who that. I'm doing new stats, I mean that new rap. It don't matter what you doing, cause we do last, that's new facts. Okay, calm down if you're scared. You ain't calm, I don't care. You can run around, get the gunner down, we blow it up in the air. Bombs right there. I'm top of all of these stairs. Y'all down below, y'all standing low. Keep looking up and just stare. This ain't no hide and seek. Find your seed. See, we came to take names. Y'all reminded me. Y'all can't lie to me. Too much pride to be. Just unleash another beast. It's just a side of me. Keep minding me. Like look now. That left fist get hooked now. My book down, you shook now. Got more heat, get cooked now. Like oh man, I know them. Front stage, I show them. Just another animal that's stepping out. Like oh man, I'ma be where you at. If you're scared, you ain't calm, I don't care. You can run around, get the gunner down, we blow it up in the air. Bombs right there. I'm top of all of these stairs. Y'all down below, y'all standing low. Keep looking up and just stare. This ain't no beat. Where you at? Been unleashed. What you doing? Take my teeth. Y'all can't fathom I'm a beat. Oh my God, I'm a beat. Where you at? Been unleashed. What you doing? Take my teeth. Y'all can't fathom I'm a beat. Oh my God.
movies. Last week I was ready to talk about the guests from the past and take a much closer look at their interviews. Well, I'm still going to do that. But before I go to that, I want to talk about the past 5 years with this whole Relisha Rudd case that has put everyone in a ball tangled up, you know? I'm Keith Davis, and this is the Relisha Rudd podcast. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I wanted to get into the past 5 years for a minute is because a lot of people that know me know that I'm a big-time Netflixer. I'm a movie buff. I watch a lot of TV. So I'm looking at Netflix, and I'm checking out this show, this documentary. One of my favorite things to look at are different documentaries, as long as it interests me. But this documentary is aptly named and entitled "Don't Fuck with Cats." Now, I'm a dog person myself, but I love animals as a whole. Even the ones that we fear, snakes and spiders, things like that. My favorite animal happens to be a crocodile and an alligator and a wolf. But that's not here nor there. The reason why I'm saying this is because these people on here started a whole volunteer sleuth thing. Kind of like how the Relisha Rudd Task Force started. And it upset me in a way. And I'm going to tell you why, because people, we got to do better. If people can start on things that has to do with the abuse, abduction, and killing of an animal, why can't we do this for human beings? I mean, these people started a whole group off of watching one video called One Boy, Two Kittens, and it was very, very dramatic and very messed up to see. Even though I'm not a cat person, I didn't want to see no animal go through this. And that he took one of those vacuum bags and he put two kittens in there and sucked all the air out of it until the kittens were dead. And through this documentary, you know, he did another video where he was playing with the dead bodies of the kittens. I say this because These people kept going and going and going, trying to get this dude for hurting these kittens. And I say this because 5 years have passed, and at first everybody was all gung-ho for Relisha. Everybody was all gung-ho, for looking for her, for being a part of this I Am Relisha Rudd movement. But as I knew what was going to happen, 5 years later, not many people are out here really thinking about Relisha unless somebody brings it up. Or maybe unless you hear my podcast, or unless you see unless you see her face, Other than that, you've forgotten about it. That's my job here, to make sure that you don't forget about it. And I just wanted to say that. But anyway, if you ever wished you could go back in time, really retract your steps by going back in time. Well, we're going to do that tonight. You hear me? We're going to do that tonight. We're going back in time to some of the past guests on the show. We're going to break down these guests just to see what we've missed. Tonight we bring back the guests from the past here in tonight's episode of the Relisha Rudd podcast. We'll be right back.
I saw my heart to the young man now. I saw my heart to the young man now. And I never fall in love again. No, I never fall in love again. I gave my heart to you, one that I trusted. You gave it back to me, all broken and rusty. I
I grew up overnight. I played alone, I played on my own. I survived. Hey, I wanted everything I never had, like the love that comes with life. I wore envy and I hated that, but I survived. I had a woman that took her to a place where all the demons go, where the wind don't change and nothing on the ground can ever grow. No hope, just lies and you're taught to cry in your pillow. But I'll survive. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm I found solace in the strangest place, way in the back of my mind. I saw my life in a stranger's face, and it was mine. I had a woman that took her to a place where all the demons go, where the wind don't change and nothing on the ground can ever grow. No hope, just lies and you're taught to cry in your pillow. But I'll survive. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm took it out, I'm still breathing. Took it out, I'm still breathing. You took it out, I'm still breathing. Took it out, I'm still breathing. You took it out, but I'm still breathing. You took it out, but I'm still breathing. Took it out, but I'm still breathing. You took it out, but I'm still breathing. I made every single mistake that you could ever possibly make. I took and I took and I took what you gave, but you never noticed that I was in vain. I knew what I wanted, I went out and got it. Did all the things that you said that I wouldn't. I told you that I would never be forgotten. I know that's by you. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm alive. I'm still
KWC Radio Live, this is the Mission Rub Podcast, and I'm your host, the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated ringleader who's been ridiculed, disapproved, disrespected, rejected, agitated, creator, originator, founder, producer, director, who've been lied on, cheated, talked about, knocked down, slapped around, dragged out, mistreated, host with the most, heard from coast to coast. Read about me in the Washington Post, been seen on the news channel 4, 5, 7, and 9. It's all fine, seen on the Al Jazeera show known as America Tonight, The Guiding Light, and DC's Dark Knight. The City's the Detective, Voices the Voiceless, Sitting High and Pretty, Rocking and Rolling, Getting Down to the Nitty Gritty, in this chocolate city, y'all, the one and only Keith Davis. Excuse me. And as I said, tonight we're going to bring back guests from the past. Now, let me say, when I introduce myself and I call myself all those names and accolades, it's for a reason. I say things like Citizen Detective, Voice of the Voiceless, and DC's Dark Knight because I take what I do as the advocate for Relisha Rudd and Unique Harris and other missing youth and adults very seriously. Now, I've also said I've been imitated, disrespected, ridiculed, disapproved, duplicated, and so on was because of some of the guests I've had on this show. See, people can be funny, y'all. In the Bible, you know, in the Bible stories, people have friends, family, and so on. And when you start believing in God, they don't see or believe in God, then those family and friends and so on go away. They talk about you, talk bad about you, talk behind your back, all that. Well, then those family and friends, they'll do that. So when I began this whole case and everything, I was on Relisha's family side. I helped them and had them meet my team in the Relisha Rudd Task Force, my former co-host, even my own aunt, the mother Unique Harris. Once I began to believe less in Relisha's family and more into believing that they had something to do with Relisha's disappearance, well, that's where the knives start to come out and started being stabbed in my heart and back. My reasons for saying this is that my guest began with Ashley Young, the aunt of Relisha. You see, Ashley and Melissa were the first that I've met when doing this case. I've offered so much help and support for them and from them, even got the attention of Shamika Young, the mother of Relisha. I even got the cooperation of Shamika, which is one of the guests I'm bringing back to life. She first came on my show when I had the nephew of Karl Tatum on the show. They questioned him and tried to run my show. I then was able to get my chance to have her on my show and get you, the listeners, to ask any questions that you may have had. Shamika first acted as the victim. She acted as a mother that really wanted to find her daughter. You know, and for a minute it did seem that way, like she really cared enough. She had people on her side, like Antonio, at the time, and even other people that are friends, and I don't really know if they were real, actually blood sisters or blood related or anything, but there was one person that was on there named Bunny who said Shamika and Melissa were like family to her because they gave her a place to stay. Now, if a person gave me a place to stay, I probably would have their back too, but to a certain extent, because if you're wrong, you're wrong. That's my whole point. But what I'm getting at is how things changed up when I first had Shamika and Ashley and Melissa even come to, well, I invited Shamika and Antonio to the vigils that I had ran, the searches that I had ran. And I really hurt in a lot of ways Relisha. Because at the point, at that time, I didn't know or didn't realize if I thought I could trust her. But after a couple of years and I started seeing the true people in Relisha's family. The knives started coming out, and I became public enemy number one. They changed on me. They started all these rumors, betrayal, things of that nature. But I'm going to get into about Shamika in as I talk. Now, this whole Relisha Rudd thing, this whole Relisha Rudd podcast started with a segment on a former show of mine called The Warren Experience. Then it was season 1 of the series, the Finding Relisha Rudd radio show, which was the birth of the hashtag I Am Relisha Rudd movement. Season 2 was the search for Relisha Rudd radio show. Season 3, the Where Is Relisha radio show. Season 4, the Relisha Rudd podcast show, and even season 5 and this season, season 6, the Relisha Rudd podcast. Now, these guests we had on the show series, we're definitely going to talk about. It just hurts me that how this baby's name was dragged out. You know, let me just also say that, Jill, those that you're listening, if you got something to say, if you want to talk about this, if you're watching me on Facebook Live or you want to talk about this case, you're in the chat room, in the Blog Talk chat room and everything, call in and tell me how you feel if you like. That number is 516-387-1790, and press 1. I will give you a chance to speak by connecting you and calling out the first 6 digits of your number. That'll be the area code and the first 3 digits of your number. We're going to come back. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about past guests. I'm going to introduce y'all and maybe reintroduce some of y'all and introduce y'all to a guest that I've had previous. And I'm trying to get back on here. He started a whole lot of ruckus at one point, even brought Shamika out of the woodworks to be on my and was on my show. Once she came out of the woodworks, everything came into play. But it was around a time where this person now is even bringing more heat to the case. When we come back, we're going to talk about Andre Tatum-Jones.
Yes, sir. They can't stop me. Even if they stopped me. Yeah, I'm on it. Oh, I'm on it. I'm so on it. And however you own it, you can get it tonight, ho. And all night, ho. I take the beat from a fucking right, ho. I might go crazy on these niggas. I don't give a motherfucker. Run up in a nigga house and shoot his grandmother up. What? I don't give a motherfucker. Get your baby kidnapped and your baby motherfucker. It's a call to 3, bitch. Better put your supper up. Holly Grove, I throw it up like I'm trying to lose my gut. Fuck is up, beat 'em up like a million uppercuts. Got a million duffled up. Put the fuck up. Shit, get on my level. You can't get on my level. You will need a space shuttle or a ladder. That's forever. However, I'm better. If not now, then never. Don't you ever fix your lips unless you bout to suck my dick. Bitch, swallow my words. Taste my thoughts. And if it's too nasty, spit it back at me. 2 more inches, I'd have been in that casket. According to the doctor, I could have died in traffic. Bounce right back on them bitches like magic. Abracadabra, I'm up like Viagra. I just do this shit for my click like Adam Sandler. I control hip-hop and I'ma keep it on my channel. Watch me, bitch, watch me. Bitch, watch me. But they cannot see me like Hitler. It's the New Orleans nightmare. Money so old, it's growing white hair. Young money, baby, yeah, we right here. I'ma make sure we ball till we fall like this. And mama, don't cry, your son can handle his. I got her out the hood and put her in the hills. Yeah, when I was 14, I told mama we will see better days. And sure enough, I got my seat there in a better place. When I was 14, I told my mom we will see better days. And sure enough, we did exactly what I said. I tell my girl, when you fuck me, better fuck me good. Cause if another girl could, she gon' fuck me good. No sitting at the table if you bringing nothing to it. And I get straight to it like there's nothing to it. Yeah, I got game like Stewart Scott. Fresh out the ESPN shop. And when sports in the poppin', everything's stopping. But you can't fool me. I know what you watching. Me, you watch me. You watch me. Cause I be, we see, must see, TV, C3. Nigga, that's me. And I'm me, times 3. So retreat or suffer defeat. I'm back, 3B, C3.
Why they got a bow on it?
Who is this for?
Nobody knows this for. Mike, that's me. Mike, that's me. Mike, that's me.
Your money. Max, I'm gone. A millionaire, I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian hair. My criteria compared to your career just isn't fair. I'm a venereal disease, like a menstrual bleed through the pencil and leak on the sheet of the tablet in my mind. Cause I don't write shit, cause I ain't got time. Cause my seconds, minutes, hours go to the almighty dollar in the almighty power of that chopper. Sister, brother, son, daughter, father, motherfucker, copper. Got the Maserati dancing on the bridge, pussy poppin', telecoppers, ha 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 ha. You can't catch them, you can't stop them. I go by them goon rules. If you can't beat them, then you pop them. You can't land them, then you pop them. You can't stand them, then you drop them. A million here, a million there. Sicilian bitch with long hair, with coconut every year, like smoking the thinnest air. I open the Lamborghini, hoping them crackers see me. Like, look at that bastard Weezy. He's a beast, he's a dog, he's a motherfucking problem. Okay, you're a goon, but what's a goon to a goblin? Nothing, you ain't scaring nothing. On some faggot bullshit, call them Dennis Rodman. Call me with your own beats, call me on my sidekick. Never answer with this private. Damn, I hate a shy bitch. Don't you hate a shy bitch? Yeah, I hate a shy bitch. She ain't shy no more, she changed her name to my bitch. Yeah, nigga, that's my bitch. So when she asks for the money, when you through, don't be surprised, bitch. And it ain't trickin' if you got it. But you like a bitch with no ass, you ain't got shit. Motherfucker, I'm ill, not sick. And I'm okay, but my watch sick. Yeah, my drop sick. Yeah, my Glock sick. And my knot sick. I'm ill. Motherfucker, I'm ill. Yeah, see, they say I'm rapping like Big J and Tupac. Andre 3000, what is Erica Badu at? Who that say they gon' be Lil Wayne? My name ain't big, but I keep that flame name. Who that wanna do that, boy, you knew that, you that spoiler. And I be this shit, now you got loose vowels. I don't owe you like 2 vowels, but I would like for you to pay me by the hour. And I'd rather be pushing flowers than to be in the pen sharing showers. Tony told us this world was ours, and the Bible told us every girl was sour. Don't stay in a garden and don't smell her flower. Call me Mr. Carter or Mr. Lawn Mower. Oh, I got so many bitches like I'm Michael Lowry. Even Gwen Stefani said she couldn't doubt me. Motherfucker, I say life say shit without me. Chrome lips poking out the coop look like it's pouting. I do what I do and you do what you can do about it. Bitch, I can turn a crack rock into a mountain. Damn man, don't you compare me, cause there ain't nobody near me. They don't see me, but they hear me. They don't feel me, but they feel me. I'm ill at C3, DP.
Tell them, shout it. So yeah, tell them Weezy.
Or get low. Yeah. If I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. I'm counting all day like the clock on the wall. Now go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. Say go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. Get money. I ain't never ran from money, and I damn sure ain't about to pick the day to start running. Look, honey, I ain't never ran from money, and I damn sure ain't about to pick the day to start running. Get money.
The beat's so hot, the flow is so ice cold. Walk into the Gucci store, honey, I'm home. I am on my need a pamper on me. Toilet paper on the side, for example, homie. I get money. I know you ain't heard no like this. And while you wishing on that phone.
pick the day to start running. Get money.
Ain't nothing to a boss, we ballin'. When you see us, we hear them haters calling. They too far off to see us, unless they got their glasses on. Get your bifocal game, classes non-session up. Try to stay focused, man. Your boy ain't good enough, style ain't hood enough. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, won't do with us. True enough, meter, breaker, never nothing new to us. Turner, the housewives never been cool with us. Soon enough, all these dealings is gonna catch up. Till then, get on winning, so I'ma stack up. Flows like the river, the current is so wrapped up. Hit with the that's how it happens. Next time you yappin', make sure it be about big money talk. Let that little money walk. Call me what you want, but don't call me for front. Southside, I got what you want. Come holler.
If I don't do nothing, I'm about. I'm counting all day like the clock on the wall. Say go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. Now go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. And baby, I ain't never ran from a and I damn sure ain't about to pick the day to start. Look, honey, I say I ain't never ran from a and I damn sure ain't about to pick the day to start. Get money, and if I don't do nothing, I'm about. I'm counting all day like the clock on the wall. They go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. Now go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. Get money, and I ain't never ran from a and I damn sure ain't about to pick the day to start. Get money, I ain't never ran from a and I damn sure ain't about to pick the day to start. Get money.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been having some technical difficulties, and now we're back online. KWDC Radio Live, this is the Relisha Rudd podcast, and I'm your host, the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated ringleader who's been ridiculed, disapproved, disrespected, rejected, agitator, creator, originator, founder, producer, director, who's been lied on, cheated, talked about, knocked down, slapped down, dragged out, mistreated, host with the most, heard from coast to coast. Read about me in the Washington Post. Been seen on the news, channel 4, 5, 7, and 9. It's all fine. Been on the Al Jazeera show known as America Tonight, The Guiding Light, and DC's Dark Knight. The citizen detective, voice of the voiceless, sitting high and pretty, ready to be rocking and rolling, to getting high and pretty, getting ready in this Detroit, this DC. Oh my God, I am so full of rage right now. I'm tongue twisted right now because what I am hearing is going on. I'm so sorry, y'all. What I'm getting, and I'm going to get to this in a minute because it's really getting on my nerves right now, and I want to do the more proper introduction in a way to this, because here's the thing. Andre Tatum-Jones, he was on my show, and I'm going to talk about him in a minute, but people are starting to believe and starting to see that he's a key element to this case. Now, I've always said that Relisha Rudd's case is kind of unique in a way because the fact of the matter that, you never know, Khalil Tatum may have had some kind of, he had to have an accomplice. What if this nephew is that accomplice? You know what I'm saying? What if this nephew is that accomplice, y'all? But I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let me just get my bearings straight right now and just welcome y'all back to KWDC Radio Live. Like I was saying, we were having some technical difficulties. This is the Relisha Rudd podcast, and I'm your host, the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated ringleader who's been ridiculed, disapproved, disrespected, rejected, agitator, creator, originator, founder, producer, director, who've been lied on, cheated, talked about, knocked down, slapped around, dragged out, mistreated, host with the most, heard from coast to coast, read about me in the Washington Post. Y'all see me on the news, channel 4, 5, 7, and 9. It's all fine because I've been on the Al Jazeera show known as America Tonight, The Guiding Light, and DC's Dark Knight, the citizen detective, voice of the voiceless, sitting high and pretty, rocking and rolling, getting down to the nitty-gritty in this chocolate city. That's my own saying, y'all. I couldn't even get it together. I was so pissed off. But let me get to this, okay? Now, the thing about it is, the Relisha Rudd Task Force, the RRTF, has been around for the past 5 years. Now, we're going to go with talk about these former guests. Now, the Relisha Rudd Task Force was born on this broadcast, on this broadcast right here that you're listening to right now. The Relisha Rudd Task Force only thing was to try to help find Relisha Rudd, and even though it was just called Relisha Rudd Task Force, we were helping with other missing person things as well, and other cases that has been going on as well. Now, I've talked about Bunny, but what I want to get out there with y'all is Andre Tatum-Jones, the nephew of alleged kidnapper Karl Malik Tatum, who said Tatum was a great uncle. They were pretty close. They drank and went out. He never seen Relisha at the house. Said that he doesn't know anything about a granddaughter. That Relisha was so saying, Relisha and Melissa and Ashley and George Turner, all of them were saying that this granddaughter Relisha was going to play with. But Andre says that he doesn't know about a granddaughter, but he knows about a grandson. And it was his aunt who was the wife of Tatum's son's child. So, he talked about Tatum's body was dead for 36 hours, and Andre seemed like his story wasn't concrete. You know, even his sister Andrea said his story wasn't concrete. Now he earlier said that Ricky Sheridan and Lyle Sr., and I'm going to get to that name in a minute so y'all remember that name, is their cousin. But it said that Lyles is Tatum's brother-in-law. And like I said, we're going to get to that in a minute. George Turner, I don't know, he's considered the grandfather of Relisha, but he was Melissa's boyfriend. I don't know if they're legally married. But he confronted Andre about Tatum, telling Melissa about a 9-year-old granddaughter. But Andre said he doesn't know anything about a 9-year-old granddaughter. He knows about a 7-year-old grandson, which is the grandson, like I said, of Tatum's wife. He also said Tatum doesn't have any children, only stepchildren from Tatum's wife. Antonio Wheeler, the stepfather of Relisha, came on as well, saying, of course, he defended the family at first. That was then. And I'm going to tell y'all about Antonio in a minute. But he was talking about how their teachers had concrete evidence saying that Relisha told them that she was ill and staying with the grandmother. Relisha didn't state she was staying with Shamika at the shelter. Antonio also said that Melissa gave the school Tatum's number as the doctor. Antonio wanted to know why on both accounts. And of course, Andre couldn't explain on either question. Antonio also asked why would his uncle act as the doctor to the school. And if he did, he wouldn't have any idea why he would write the note, Andre said. Now, Antonio then says, but you said that you were close with him. Andre replies, I am close, but I don't know why he would write the note as a doctor on his behalf. Antonio said he feels as though that he wasn't telling the truth about his daughter. And to be honest with y'all, I felt as though that Andre wasn't being straight either. And even now, I've talked to Andre a couple of times, and I feel as though he's still not being straight with me. Antonio was talking about how the lawyer said that they told them not to be in the public eye at the time for their own safety. But Andre said was talking about how his uncle wouldn't be doing anything for anyone for no apparent reason. He said it angers him that people said he was a pedophile. He then said Ricky Lyles Sr. is the husband of Tatum's deceased sister. But Andre stated before that Lyles was the cousin. Andre stated that Tatum stated that Relisha was a troubled child and he was trying to help her out. What are y'all thoughts on that? It bothers me. But if you got some thoughts on it, everybody call me 516-387-1790. I don't have that much time on here and everything, but the reason why I said I was talking about Antonio Wheeler, he's going to be on the show tomorrow with me at 6 p.m. and everything. I'm going to be interviewing him in a 2-part thing, Friday and Saturday. Friday we're going to be talking about Relisha. Saturday we're definitely going to be talking about his sons and everything. And I'm going to just say my hat go off with Antonio and everything. I know y'all seen him on the Steve Wilkos show and everything. And it's sad to say, but I truly believe that guy doesn't know what's going on. I really think that Antonio had some things done behind his back. I really think that he doesn't know any of the things that was going on and everything. It didn't seem to me that he really knew about or cared too much about Tatum too much. And it bothers me with that. We'll be back, y'all.
Used to spend my nights out in ballroom. Liquor was the only love I'd known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back, being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. I've looked for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. And you're as smooth
KWDC Radio Live, y'all. This is the one and only Relisha and podcast, and that song always. This is my song right there. Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. Y'all should hear the Kiki Wyatt version of that too. She sang the hell out of that song. Even on the Masked Singer with Wayne Brady winning as the Fox, I swore up and down that was Jamie Foxx, but he sang that song. He tore that song up. And anyway, you know, this is the one and only KWDC Radio, as I said before, and that show that you're listening to is the Relisha podcast, y'all. And I'm your host, the one and only often imitated, never duplicated ringleader who's been ridiculed, disapproved, disrespected, rejected, agitator, creator, originator, founder, producer, director, who's been lied on, cheated, talked about, knocked down, slapped down, dragged out, mistreated, host with the most, from coast, y'all heard from coast to coast. Read about me on the Washington Post, seen me on the news, channel 4, 5, 7, and 9. It's all fine. Seen on the Al Jazeera show, America Tonight, the guiding light in DC's Dark Knight, the citizen detective, voice of the voiceless, sitting high and pretty, rocking and rolling, getting down to the nitty-gritty in this deep chocolate DC city, y'all. And I'm talking about previous guests on one particular show, and that was with Miss Andre Tatum, the nephew of Karl Tatum, from his interview from season 2 of the podcast on March 12th, 2015. But before I continue with that, y'all, I want y'all to tune in tomorrow night, 6 p.m., part 1 of a 2-part interview with Antonio Wheeler, the stepfather of Relisha Rudd, y'all. This is going to be a special presentation on Saturday. He's also going to be talking about his sons and everything. This brother needs our help, guys. So that's Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. Now, getting down. Now, we're going to get to the part where I was talking about earlier. Shamika making her appearance. Everybody knows about the big showdown, that throwdown on my show that was between Shamika, Ashley, Antonio, and I think Melissa too. But it all began with this interview right here I did with Andre Tatum-Jones. I'm going to talk about that interview in a second. So give me a moment, because I'm definitely going to talk about that interview that I was talking about, the showdown, that threw down. That's what I call it. You know, because it brought a light. It brought a shed of light to this, and this weekend you guys are going to be able to hear some of the old shows on old shows and these shows on Apple Music and as well as Spotify. Just look up KWDC Radio and it'll pop up the different shows that we've had. So when Shamika made her first appearance on the show, her first comment, her first question, and most of her questions just like had me thinking, what the fuck was she, what the hell is she saying? Why is she asking these questions? I had all these questions about why she was asking the questions or why she was asking the things that she was saying, okay? And first thing she said to Andre Tatum was she was like, she wanted to know if it was true that Tatum was from Kenilworth. Andre replied, yes. He was then, Shamika said, she talked about where she was taken from her mother and father at 6 years old. She continues to talk about how she wasn't raised by her mother at all. Andre politely said that he was sorry to hear that. Then she says, on behalf of her daughter, she felt some type of way about the situation. She claims she claims that. Now she claims also if she knew way ahead of time before March 19th, she would have done something. She claimed she was under the impression that her daughter was attending school and taken care of by her sister Ashley Young. She talked about an Instagram video where she told her kids to say, "Hey, we chilling over on Ashley's house." I'm still looking for that video. Then she said, I'm sorry, she had some more questions, like she was a detective on here and everything. I feel as though that she was asking questions to answers that she already knew. She acted like she was running my damn show and everything. She claims her questions never could be answered before, and started asking if the school would have the school would have told her about when Melissa gave a number to the school of a Dr. Tatum, that she would have nipped that shit in a bud. Yeah, right. She said if info of her not going to school would have been brought to her attention before the 19th, she would have done something about that. Shit. Anyway, as she said, as far as the authorities getting her to do a missing persons report, she was never informed to do so until March 20th, when they found Tatum's wife dead. She claims Chief Lanier should have been doing more instead of searching one area. Then she blames the Amber Alert situation on Chief Lanier. Then she asks how long the Tatums been together. And I'm like, what the fuck difference does that make? And then she wanted to know about their age gap of Andre's and Khalil Tatum's, being 50 and 23, and how we are close. You know, I'm like, seriously, you know, what does that have to do with anything? Then she asked, has he ever seen Relisha? Has Andre ever seen Relisha with the uncle outside of the shelter? At first, Andre said no, but then later on, he was talking about how they were walking and walked to the store and seen Relisha, you know, a couple of other times. Shamika asked, did Relisha ever say how she met Tatum? He described Relisha as being happy, cheerful, etc. Shamika says she's not understanding why Tatum would walk to the store with Relisha when he has two vehicles. Now this bitch all of a sudden knows how many vehicles the man has, and I'm like, what the fuck? But Andre said if it's a nice day outside, they're not going to just drive to the store when they could just walk. And I'm with them on that. You know, fuck, gas costs. But I told her I gotta take other callers, and she goes, all right, well, I'm going to or she said, I'm going to do such and such, and I will let you take other callers. And I'm like, chick, who the fuck are you dictating to do this? You know, this is my show. But, you know, it really pissed me off when she came on there with that bull crap. You know, the way she came on acting like Inside Private Eye and everything, thinking that she, you know, I really think she was asking questions that she already knew the answer to. But when we come back, y'all, I'm going to talk about a little bit more of this case, and then we're going to get to one of my new favorite part of this, my new favorite segment of this show, and it's called Bottom Line. We'll be back. Here's Janet.
俾我熱花，開門啊！你要錢我俾你啊！我要錢，俾晒你啊！開門啊！你嫌我啲錢聲啊？叫佢出嚟見我啊！開門啊！叫佢出嚟見我啊！
Thank you.
AWDC Radio Live, y'all. This is the Relisha Wood podcast, y'all, and we'll be right back with more. I got the bottom line coming up, I got the prayer coming up, and just a little inkling more about what happened at the showdown that threw down. Y'all, you don't want to miss this. And then make sure y'all tune in tomorrow and Saturday. My boy Antonio Willow will be here tomorrow and Saturday to talk about Relisha and his kids and everything. So we'll be right back. Here's some Carrie Underwood, y'all.
Probably slow dancing with a beach blonde tramp, and she's probably getting thirsty. Right now, he's probably buying her some fruity little drink, 'cause she can't shoot whiskey. Right now, he's probably up behind her with a pool stick, showing her how to shoot a combo. And he don't know. A white trash version of Shania karaoke. Right now, she's probably saying I'm drunk, and he's thinking that he's gonna get lucky. Right now, he's probably dabbing on $3 worth of that bathroom polo. Oh, and he don't know that I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive. Jenny grew up wild like a Blackfoot daisy, out in the shack with a blue tick hound. Broke as hell, but blessed with beauty, the kind that a rich man can't turn down. She caught the eye of an oil man dancing one summer night in a dime store dress. She had the looks, he had the mansion, and you can figure out the rest. It was all roses, dripping in diamonds, sipping on champagne. But she was all uptown, wearing that white gown, taking his last name. She could hear those church bells ringing, ringing, and up in the loft that whole choir singing, singing. Fold your hands and close your eyes, yeah, it's all gonna be alright. And ready to fight, and all his money could never save Jenny from the devil living in his eyes. It was all bruises, covered in makeup, dark sunglasses. And that next morning, sitting in the back pew, praying with the Baptists, she could hear those church bells ringing, ringing. And up in the loft, that whole choir singing, singing. Fold your hands and close your eyes. Yeah, it's all gonna be alright. You just listen to the church bells ringing, ringing. Yeah, they're ringing. Then he slipped something in his Tennessee whiskey no lawman was ever gonna find. And how he died is still a mystery, but he hit a woman for the very last time. She could hear those church bells ringing, ringing. You're standing there in a black dress, singing, singing. Fold your hands and close your eyes. Yeah, it's all gonna be alright. And just listen to the church bells ringing, ringing. Yeah, they're ringing.
KW DC Radio Live, y'all. This is the Relisha and Podcast, and we are talking about previous guests, y'all, up on here as we getting ready to come to a close, everybody. But I want to let y'all know that I enjoy doing this show with y'all and everything for the 6th season, and I am always your host, the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated ringleader who's been ridiculed, disapproved, disrespected, agitated, creator, originator, founder, producer, director, who's been lied on, cheated, talked about, knocked down, slapped around, dragged out, mistreated. I'm the host with the most, heard from coast to coast, read about me in the Washington Post. Y'all seen on the news channel 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 9. It's all fine, but seen on the Al Jazeera show America Tonight. I'm the guiding light, DC's Dark Knight, the citizen detective, voice of the voiceless, sitting high and pretty, rocking and rolling, getting down to the nitty gritty in this chocolate city, y'all. And I want to take my last few minutes to talk about the throwdown, the showdown that threw down. And the reason why I say call it the showdown that threw down and everything, because I want to talk about the minute where Shamika, Ashley, and Melissa were all on at the same time. I believe Antonio was on there as well. And they all started arguing and everything. You know what they say, when people argue all together, you know, somebody's guilt trip is going to hit them and something truth is going to come out to that and everything. Well, we found out some things that may have occurred and everything, that we're still talking about a missing child that might be missing that's supposed to have been Ashley's. Now, quite frankly, to tell y'all the truth, I don't believe Ashley ever had any kids and everything, but she claimed she had one and everything. And Ashley also claimed the fact of the matter that she was abducted as well. Something ain't right there, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We dissected the past guests, and the one guest we did was Andre Tatum-Jones, nephew of Karl Tatum. But it's time now for the judge, jury, and executioner. Y'all, the DC Dark Knights, bottom line. Now, let me say that interviewing Andre was a circus wreck. He contradicted himself in so many ways, and Shamika Young drilling Andre with questions, you know, that she should always, were questions that she already know the answer to. Shamika tried to act as if she was Billy Badass, but was scared to go out in public. But behind the internet or on a phone, she talked a big game. I truly believe that Antonio had the wool over his eyes and don't know what was going on between Tatum and Shamika. I truly believe that Shamika could have been fucking Tatum. Or is Relisha really Tatum's child like some people think? She was awfully interested in Tatum's love life instead of her own child. She definitely tried to put the blame on everyone else except her as the parent. As for Andre, right now he needs to come clean about this story he's telling everyone about Relisha being down south in Atlanta, Georgia, with family, and here being alive and well. And that's my bottom line. You know, we'll be uploading past shows, episodes to be on Spotify and Apple Music, as well as YouTube and SoundCloud this weekend. Tune in tomorrow and Saturday at 6 p.m., 5 Pacific, when we talk to Antonio Wheeler. Interviewing him about Relisha and his kids and everything. And next Wednesday, we're going to do part 2 of Guests from the Past, where we're going to talk about more guests than we had and everything. And this, this, like I said, it's been a circus show. Also, I want to let you guys know that I will be doing another show pretty soon. Once I get everything together, I've been asked to do another show on a missing person. That's a transgender, and I will get more on that very soon and let you guys know when the first show is on that. I'm Keith Davis, and this has been the Relisha Rudd Podcast. But before we do that, y'all know I gotta always end this show with the word pray. And what y'all think? Lord, Heavenly Father, we come to you today, praising your holy name, Lord. Lord, you know all that we've been going through with this case. It's been 5 years, Lord, that Relisha has not been found, no hide, no hair of her, Lord, and you know we got a little bit of inkling of what may be true. She may be alive down in Atlanta, Georgia, Lord, and I just ask you to please help her, Lord. God, someone to know who that little girl is and to bring her home back to D.C. where she belongs. Let there be closure to this case, Lord, because she's been missing for too long, Lord. There is truth to this case. The truth being where Relisha Rudd is, as we've been searching for her since 2014. Lord, whoever knows where they are, I ask you to please give them the thought that their guilt hit them so hard that they just tell the Relisha. I want you to watch over the people that are listening to this cast, Lord, and I ask you, Lord, to watch over everyone that's part of this blood process after this still hard. And those that are out there still missing these Lord, let them be close to their cousin. Or another closing to a sex trafficking. Lord, I ask you, please continue on to close all this. You know what's wrong. These things I do ask. You give me a home, Lord, every day. Job declares to be Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
And the weak ones too.
Miss.
Yes, I do. And all of those who are strong, let them know their purpose. Let them be agents for you. Well, that'll work for you. Yeah. And let your Holy Spirit walk across the waters of my mind. I want to make you proud of what you've done. So I come to you through your Son, Heavenly Father. Lord, I thank you for another day. I pray, my prayer for peace, my prayer for love, my prayer for the vindication of your holy name. And I pray, my prayer for peace, my prayer for the vindication of your holy name. I pray for peace. My prayer for the vindication of His holy name. And I pray, down on my knees I pray. Sometimes I walk around and I pray. Teach the children to pray. Sometimes I lay flat on my back and I pray and I pray. Well, and I ask for wisdom. Teach mother to pray. Love, joy, happiness. Hey, and I pray.